There is a code running in your mind right now that you did not write. It dictates who you love, what you fear, how much money you think you're worth, and exactly where your limits sit. It was written by your parents, your trauma, your teacher, and a society that prefers you to be predictable. In the last two videos, we exposed the prison. We looked at the limits of the human perception and the terrifying reality that most people aren't actually living. They're just sophisticated biological robots executing a script on loop. But realizing you're in a cage is not the same as walking out of it. This video is the final piece of the puzzle. Today, we stop analyzing the prison and we start bending the bars. We're talking about belief malleability. This is about the ability to reach into your own operating system, delete the lines of code that sabotage you, and write a new program that makes you the architect of your experience rather than the victim of it. If you are tired of life happening to you, this is how you make it happen by you. As I said before, we have to deconstruct the arrogance of the mind. In an infinite universe, who are we to say our perspective is the absolute truth? So the first step to malleability is radical. Believe nothing, consider everything. This is the 0 point state. The understanding that you cannot know anything with total objective certainty because your perspective is limited. It sounds a bit scary, I know it does, but it is the ultimate liberation. If nothing is concrete, then nothing is stuck. If beliefs are a choice, they stop being a cage. The tool that makes this, I won't even call it a tool, but the practice that makes this possible is mindfulness. But not the watered down version most people talk about. Mindfulness isn't relaxing or clearing your mind. It's a part of it, but that's not all it is. It is a mechanical process of separating your awareness from your thoughts. Most of the time, you're lost in the movie of your mind. You're the anger. You are the anxiety. There is no separation. Mindfulness is stepping out of the screen and sitting in the audience. It starts with noticing. You feel your breath, the sounds in the room, then a thought pulls you away. The moment you notice you drifted, that moment is the magic. In that split second, you are no longer the thought. You are the watcher of the thought. Every time you return to the present, you break the chain. You sever the automatic link between stimulus and reaction. Over time, you build a huge reserve of neutral awareness. You gain the gap, the space between something happening and how you respond. In that space lies your freedom. Without it, you're a robot reacting to code automatically, in any moment, every moment. So with this gap, your consciousness making a choice. Once you have created that space, you have to look at the code you are using to build your world. Language. Language is what processes your reality. It is the tool your brain uses to categorize the infinite complexity of the universe and set it into place. When you name something, you define its boundaries. If you label a situation bad, you instantly filter out every possibility that could be good. If you label yourself anxious, you build a wall around your confidence. The words you use to express yourself literally construct the ceiling of your potential. So if you use rigid words, you build a rigid life. To become malleable, you must change the syntax of your reality. To reinforce this, we need to upgrade our language. We have to stop thinking in absolutes and start thinking in probabilities. Our language is infected with the word is. This is true. He is a failure. This is bad. These are traps. Is closes your mind. Once you say it, your brain decides the story is finished and stops searching for solutions. The antidote is simple. The word maybe. This is the essence of English prime, made practical. Instead of he is a jerk, you think maybe he's having a bad day. Instead of this is a disaster, you think maybe this is a challenge that hides an opportunity. Maybe keeps the brain open. Is shuts the door. Maybe cracks a window. Flexibility always survives. Rigidity always breaks. So we've cleared the land with mindfulness, opened the gates with probabilities, and now we build the house. You need a structure to navigate reality. Now we build the new architecture. I am going to give you a set of foundational beliefs. These are somewhat like models of reality. They are a new framework for your beingness, designed to make you more resilient, expansive, and powerful. We will use logical sequences. These are chains of undeniable reasoning. We start with a fact you cannot argue with, move to the logical result of that fact, and arrive at a new conclusion about who you are. When the logic is sound, the belief installs itself because it makes sense. And keep in mind, these are my suggestions, but they're also a way for you to understand how you can form new beliefs so that you can start building a model of reality in your mind that works for you and not against you. I am the author. I am the only thinker in my mind. I choose where I put my focus, and my focus creates my feelings. Because I control the input, I control the outcome. I dictate my experience. I am the source. I can only see others through my perspective. My judgments reveal my triggers, and my admiration reveals my potential. The world mirrors my internal state. By healing myself, I transform what I see. I am resilient. Fear assumes a future event will break me, but I've survived every bad day, every pain, every trauma. My record is perfect. Fear lies about my fragility. I don't need to know the future. I trust my ability to handle it. I define the meaning. Events are neutral. Rain is water. Delays are time. Since I assume the meaning, I choose the meaning that moves me forward. I attract what I am. A radio only plays the frequency it's tuned to. Respect, abundance, love. They respond to what I broadcast. I don't attract what I want. I attract what I am. I live in abundance. Nature produces in excess. Seeds, stars, life. Scarcity is man-made. Reality is infinite. There is always more than enough. I am limitless. My brain rewires every time I learn. My biology is flexible, so my identity is flexible. I am not a statue, I am a river. I rewrite myself at will. I am supported. Muscles grow with weight. Character grows with difficulty. Every obstacle is training me. The universe is conspiring for my evolution. I am present. The past is a memory. The future is imagination. I can only act, love, or change my life in this moment. All my power exists here. I am enough. A tree doesn't need achievements to matter. It matters because it exists. So do I. My worth is intrinsic. When I look directly at the worst case scenario and accept it, fear loses its power. If I fail, I recover. If I'm rejected, I find other people. If I hurt, I heal. When I accept the worst, I'm free to pursue the best. So how do you install beliefs like this? You treat your list like a manual. You read it every morning, follow the logic, nod to the truths. Yes, I'm the only one in my head. Yes, I choose my focus. Then out in the real world, you test it. When anger hits, use your source belief. What is this showing me? When you make a mistake, use your support belief. This is weight training for your character. You use logic to override emotion. You carve these truths into your mind until they become automatic. Over time, the effort fades and these beliefs become the default operating system. Eventually, you stop reading them and start being them. Now, these affirmations, these logical sequences of beliefs, they're my suggestions. Find the ones that fit you best. Now, before we end, I want to leave you with an idea that I believe is profound. We cling to our limits because we're addicted to being nouns. We think we are things: a doctor, a failure, a shy person, a leader. We treat identity like a stone. And when you think you're a stone, change feels like breaking. But the truth is, you're not a noun. You're a verb. You're a happening, a process, a continuous event unfolding right now. Water doesn't break when it changes shape. It flows. Fire doesn't break when it changes direction. It dances. When you understand this, you stop trying to find yourself. You realize you cannot find something that is constantly being created. Instead, you start designing yourself. The you of yesterday is dead. It's a memory. It has no power unless you drag its corpse into today. The you of right now is a fresh burst of consciousness, capable of choosing a new direction, a new thought, a new frequency. See, the prison that we talked about, the automation from the second video, that only exists for statues, not for rivers. So stop trying to be solid. Stop trying to be right. Stop trying to be finished. Certainty is ego's comfort food. Mystery is the soul's playground. From here on out, this channel is about learning how to sail the open ocean. We're going to explore the nuance, the gray, the unknown, the infinite possibility that lives outside your familiar stories. Don't be a statue. Be a river. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you, and if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe.